Hi guys, welcome to another video. In this video we'll be talking about cute things that you should not feel guilty about. Then what is cute, or what is feeling guilty? Feeling guilty is being responsible or feeling responsible for an action, most commonly a wrongdoing. But in this case I'm going to show you things that you should not feel guilty about. I mean, especially if they're going to affect your mental health. So if you're interested in this video, make sure you watch right to the end of this video. I'm going to be dropping now things that you should not feel guilty about. You should not feel guilty that you're doing them. So if you're seeing this channel for the first time, you're welcome to the family. Please join the family by clicking on the subscribe button right here, and there's a bell close to the button, so click on that so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. And make sure you like this video, guys. Let's jump right into the video proper.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way.
Right, so yeah, as I said earlier, feeling guilty means being responsible for an action or feeling bad for an action or decision, and these are things you should not feel guilty for ever. Don't feel guilty for any of this. Number one is not being perfect or being less perfect. No one is perfect. No man is an island. Always reach out to people to learn things that you feel like you don't know. Nobody is perfect, so don't feel bad that you can't do things on your own. I mean, nobody becomes perfect the day they were given birth to. They learn whatever they feel that they know. They learn it, and they were at the point they were new at it, and they were not perfect. So don't feel guilty for being less perfect. Number two is putting yourself first. I am also guilty of this. I am also like, this video is also talking to me too. Most of the time we just put others first. We put ourselves last. Okay, you have money for something and there are needs lying out for you to meet, and your needs are there also. You just feel that way. Okay, let me put everyone, let me just settle everyone, and I'll settle myself last. It's time to start putting yourself first. I mean, you're the one doing the work, you're the one earning the money. You should put yourself first and consider your feelings, consider your needs first before others. Don't feel guilty, and when you're doing this, don't feel guilty. People will make you feel guilty for always looking out for yourself first. They will make you feel bad, but these are things you should not be guilty about. I mean, this is something that will help your mental health. You should not feel guilty about this. So the next point is standing up for yourself. You should always stand up for yourself. I mean, when things are going bad, or when you're being accused of things that you know you did not do, you should try to stand up for yourself and don't feel guilty. Don't make anybody make you feel bad for standing up for yourself, or defending yourself, or clearing your name. When people see that they can ride on you, they're going to do that. They're going to accuse you of so many things. They're just going to make you feel like somewhat useless. So learn to stand up for yourself in any situation you find yourself. In any situation you find yourself, always stand up for yourself and be bold. Make sure you always stand up for yourself and don't feel guilty about that. Now, this one is the most important one: saying no. You should not feel guilty about saying no to things that you know you don't want to do. You need to learn how to say no and don't feel guilty about it. Set boundaries. Make yourself a priority, and don't make people make you feel bad, or don't even feel bad for making yourself a priority and saying no to things that you necessarily don't want to do. People ask you for things that you know that you can't afford it at the time. It's better to say no than say yes and promise things that you cannot do. People will make you feel bad for saying no to their requests, but at this point you need to put yourself first. You need to set your priority right. You need to make yourself a priority, and also set boundaries, and make sure people respect their boundaries. Learn to say no and don't feel guilty about saying no. The next point will be ending a toxic relationship. We have been seeing the news so far, how people end their life. Their life gets cut short by being in a toxic relationship. How most of them lose their life. Most of them lose so much from a toxic relationship. So I don't see why you feel guilty for leaving. I mean, whenever you feel less respected in a relationship, you have no business there. I mean, people should be encouraged to leave toxic marriages and toxic relationship. I don't see why you should stay where you're being beaten and battered in a relationship. Reading so many comments on social media, you see the way most especially men talk how they can punish their wife if their wife are not doing anything. I'll tell her to kneel down, I'll beat her. You have no business being in a toxic relationship. Those people, I just pray that they will come across me, because learn to leave a toxic relationship to protect your life and to protect your mental health, and you should not feel guilty. Yeah, the society is going to talk, people are going to judge you for leaving, and especially in Africa, but this time around you need to put your life first and your mental health first. So don't feel guilty. Leave when it's toxic, leave when you can't take the heat again. So another thing you should not feel guilty about is taking breaks. Whenever you feel that something is not going well for you, you should take breaks, either in career, in your job, or anything you're doing. You need to take a break and reevaluate your values, evaluate what you're going to gain from this. If it's not working well for you, take a break and don't feel guilty. Career wise, relationship, job, even if you have a job and you feel that you need a break from that job, it's okay to take a break and go and reevaluate your life. So don't feel guilty about that. Put yourself first. That's the main message here. Put yourself first and make yourself a priority. So another important one is setting boundaries. This is important too. So don't feel guilty when you set boundaries. You need to set boundaries for friends, for families, acquaintances. Everybody should know their boundary and what they can do to you and with you, and what they cannot do to you and with you. Boundaries is very, very important, so people don't cross the line in some way. Just set boundaries and don't feel bad about that. Take your time, make time for yourself, and just protect your space and protect your circle. Don't feel bad about it, and don't feel guilty about it. So the last but not the least one, this is also important, and I'm also guilty of this one, is asking for help. Don't feel guilty for asking for help. Don't feel bad about asking for help. We'll be alright. I mean, there's no one is an island, and you really need to reach out to people if you think that you need their help. So in any area you think that you need help, you need to ask for help and don't feel guilty about that. It's better to ask for help than miss it all in life. Reach out to people that know more about whatever you need and ask for help. And don't feel bad or guilty about that. It's just natural. Yeah, I'm also talking to myself. Ask for help. I don't feel like you can do everything on your own. Don't feel like you've got it, even when you know you've not got it. Okay? Yeah. So guys, this is the end of the video. These are the points I've listed. Ask for help whenever you need. Set boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't feel guilty about saying no to people, and don't forget to stand up for yourself and believe in yourself, and also learn to say no when you need to say no. Okay, welcome guys. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did doing it. I miss doing sit down videos, so I'm glad I'm able to do this, and this is more like an impromptu video because I had my face all glam, so I said I need to do something for YouTube. And guys, if you're not subscribed by this time, please do subscribe. It would help me a lot. It will encourage me to do more videos, and most importantly, if you have any video ideas that you want me to do, I would appreciate if you drop videos ideas in the comment section. I am open to new video ideas, and thank you guys for watching once again. Thank you. I'll see you in my next video.